Just beyond this door lies a dimension. A dimension of both sight and sound. Guys, who locked the door? Guys, I need the door open. A place where all logic and reason is thrown out the window. And just when you can't handle anymore, you realize you're breaking the unknown.
All right, guys, welcome back to the podcast. It's me, John.
And I'm Tim.
This is Breaking the Unknown. And got a few topics to talk about. A lot about Black Friday, toys, and stuff like that. But one toy you found and pointed out to me I wanted to discuss was the Down syndrome dolls. I didn't realize those exist.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't either. But yeah, there is several different companies that make Down syndrome dolls.
See, I have a brother with autism. I don't know. I don't know if it's something the Down syndrome people would like or not. As long as it's done tastefully, it's not something directed to poke fun at someone with Down syndrome.
For what I can see, no.
Yeah, it's what I saw. It looked very realistic, and I'm for it.
Okay, here we go. Inspired by daughter, mom creates dolls for kids with Down syndrome.
Okay, so it's like a commonality type of thing. Doll.
The mom made a doll special for her kid.
Yeah, that's cool. I like it.
And it became popular.
Because I'm telling you, man, people with Down syndrome are my most favorite people in the world. They're the happiest people I've ever met.
Yeah.
And they just love everybody. But yeah, I never knew that they made Down syndrome dolls. That's pretty cool.
So, I mean, it strikes a question. What other needs dolls do they make?
Yeah, I wonder what other
diversity style dogs.
I wonder whatever other kind of unusual.
However, you would say that correctly these days.
Yeah. I won't stay PC on this. Unusual dolls.
We're gonna look it up real quick. He's looking up that.
You type unusual dolls, and the first thing that pops up is American Girl doll.
That's the first thing that popped up when I put in the Down syndrome.
So this brings up a lot of top 10 creepiest dolls.
I think yours belongs on the creepiest doll list.
Now, I'll tell you what's creepy is automatons.
Oh, what ones?
Automaton dolls.
Automaton dolls.
I think Edison invented them, and it's kind of, older people call them wind-up dolls.
Okay.
You wind it, and it actually walks and moves and turns its head and stuff. And this is back in the 1800s. Those are the ones that are really freaking creepy.
Now, when you describe that, I picture the Poltergeist movie when his little robot transformer-looking guy's walking through the room and got his arms swinging up and down and his head turning back and forth.
Yeah, it's pretty creepy, man. Some of the old automatons are.
So now we got holidays coming up. We're coming into the holiday season.
Mm-hmm.
Got my very festive mug here that you've generously let me use. It's Merry Christmas to all, because we still say Merry Christmas around here.
That's right. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. It's coming into the holiday season. I mean, the shopping's getting ready to kick off.
Yep.
Black Friday's just around the corner. We got Thanksgiving coming up in, what, a week or two?
A couple weeks. Man,
2 weeks?
Back in, 2006, 7, 8, me and Heather used to go to Black Friday.
Really?
When we first got married, yeah.
I've only been once, ever.
We went every year. And, of course, here in Knoxville, it's not as bad as it is in bigger cities. But it's still, when Walmart would release the lines, man, people would be fighting. And I remember...
my favorite videos are Black Friday videos at Walmart watching people fight for some of this stuff.
Because back in the late 2000s, man, Walmart started doing this thing where they never closed.
Yeah.
They would close for half the day on Thanksgiving, and then they would bring all their Black Friday stuff out right before midnight.
Yeah, they started the whole we're going to stay open all the time.
Yeah. And
No
so,
matter
like at midnight, they would start Black Friday. Everybody started doing it earlier.
Now they have different. You'd almost call it levels. The one time I've been, like clothing and stuff like that, they would release
At a certain time,
8, 9, 10 o'clock,
mm-hmm.
and then electronics and stuff like that, they wouldn't release until like 2.
Yeah.
And then there was stuff they'd release at midnight, so it was kind of weird how they did it.
So I remember, we was at Walmart and there was something we was waiting in line for. They was going to open this one section up. They had all the pallets set out with all the Black Friday stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And like I was right there in the front of the line, and we've been waiting for like over an hour for this to open up. And last minute they come through and say, everybody has to go over here and get in this line.
Oh.
After they told us to line up here. And I got so mad. And this is one of the reasons I quit going, because it changes you as a person. Okay? It changes your thought process. You're an angry, mean person when you're at these places. So I grabbed the little plastic rope and I broke it in half. And I said, no, I'm going now. And like they opened up the gate and I just barreled my way on it.
Now see, some of the family traditions I had growing up, because I grew up in South Florida.
Mm-hmm.
Big city. Fort Lauderdale, Miami. And Thanksgiving, we would all get together, big family, we'd have a big meal. And it was wonderful. We'd watch football and have a huge meal and just pass out for most of the afternoon. But then we'd get up. We wouldn't go shopping on Black Friday. We would drive around and just look at all these stores with people camped out in front of them. It was like at Christmas time, we would drive around and look at the different neighborhood lights.
Mm-hmm.
Because back then in the 80s, I mean, in the early 90s, neighborhoods, I mean, they got into it together and they would put up lights, and neighborhoods would have competitions with other neighborhoods for the lights. And but yeah, Black Friday was kind of a similar thing. We'd drive around and just look at everybody lined up. It was crazy. I mean, people would camp out, tents, little mini grills. I mean, the amount of stuff people went through to get this stuff. And the biggest ripoff that I heard was Black Friday items are made more cheaply than their regular year production lines.
Oh, yeah.
You can get the same, say, Sony TV.
Mm-hmm.
On Black Friday, they've put a cheaper quality part, thinner plastics, and put the same name on it.
Yep.
And I love that. Oh, I love that. It makes
They're not losing any money.
Not one bit. It's genius how they've done it as far as a business standpoint.
Yeah, but what it comes down to is consumerism. And the way people are, I'm going to say in this country, brainwashed. Okay?
Influenced.
Oh, look at this. You have to have the nicest house. You're irrelevant if you don't have the newest car. You're irrelevant if you don't have the 70-inch TV instead of the 65-inch TV. You're irrelevant if you don't have the iPhone 11.
Let me tell you about the TV I just saw today. Go ahead with your thing.
And so it's this whole country is making you feel like shit if you're not having the newest of everything. So it does two things. It drives up consumerism, but it also, people are being hoarders. People are, I don't know. It's people are consumed. People are going in debt. Where they don't need to. I don't know. It's just minimalism is something it's changed my life a lot. I'm not saying I'm minimalist, but I try to go by kind of the philosophy of that. If I don't need this stuff, I get rid of it. Does this really, I look at everything I own and I go, does this really give me joy in life? Or am I just holding on to this because I feel like I have to? Do I really want this or do I not?
Yeah. Now here it is. Now I had a pretty big TV. I had a 70-inch.
Mm-hmm.
They have now unveiled the Samsung Wall. It is a 219-inch. That's 18-foot TV.
Wow.
This thing is massive.
How do you even transport this thing?
It's got to be professionally installed.
Yeah, it can't be like something you can go to Walmart and pick up and bring home.
And it's too big to sit on a stand. It's definitely got to be mounted on a wall.
And they'll be mounted by a professional because if this thing's that heavy as I think it would be, wow, that's a TV.
Yeah, it's an entire wall. Like my apartment, there is not a wall in my apartment that's big enough to hold that TV.
Like the wall in my living room where my TV goes isn't big enough.
You would have to put it on the wall where your couch is.
Yeah, it'd be weird, man.
Yeah. Imagine, I mean, standing next to your TV and it's bigger than you are.
Yeah. See, that's the thing. Like, I can't watch TV too long. Like, I have this thing. Like, if I'm staring at the TV, even I think we have a 55-inch downstairs. So like, I'm sitting there staring at it, and after a while, like, my eyes start to hurt because I get like strain on my eyes and they like burn. Does that make sense?
Oh yeah.
And it's like, I can't imagine watching an 18-foot TV all day. Because like, half the people just, they're either on the internet harassing people or they're just watching, staring at this TV all day. And it's just, they're staring at some sort of screen constantly.
Now, I'm a big TV person. I can spend all day in front of a TV staring at it. Now, my 7-inch was nice. To be able to sit from it at a distance. Smaller TV at a distance, it's hard to see, so I got to scoot up. But I didn't have a problem with it as far as hurting my eyes. But it got to the point like a 7-inch TV is realistically too big to play video games on. Because your eye focus, you got to move your head to see the entire screen.
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine playing an 18-foot or watching an 18-foot. You'd miss half the movie because you could only see so much of it.
That's true. Yeah, man, that'd be weird.
Unless you had like a theater-style room and like a movie theater.
Yeah, that's true. You could.
That would definitely be an ultimate theater room screen.
Yeah.
Forget projection. That would be crisp, clear.
Tell you what we did one time. My wife's cousin found a projector at a yard sale for like $3. So we had a white garage door at the time. So we set this projector outside on a table. We all got camping chairs sitting in the driveway, and we played Mario Party on the garage door with this projector. Dude, that's some good times, man. That was back when we was renting that little house over in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
And we sat outside for hours playing freaking Mario Party on the garage door. That was a great time.
Now, have you ever been to Black Friday recently?
Probably not. It's been over 10 years since I've been out. Other than work. Like, I used to work on Black Friday all the time, but I've not been to shopping on Black Friday in over 10 years.
No, have you ever, like, Black Friday, Cyber Monday now, they have that.
No, we are talking.
Do you ever do shopping and stuff to catch those deals?
I have back in the past. Like, if you go in my garage, my toolbox, I have a huge toolbox there. I went to Black Friday to buy those because they were Craftsman. And, I bought those on Black Friday and my tool chest on Black Friday. Stuff I was going to buy. And then my thought was, I want to keep this forever, This is my toolbox. This is what I'll work on my cars with all the time.
Oh, yeah.
So that's the kind of stuff I go for, not like a TV. Because, shit, dude, I'd rather... They never have, like, a big TV anyways back then. They'd have, like, the 32-inch always on sale.
Yeah.
And, like, hell, I just shouldn't buy a used TV off somebody if I don't, I don't know.
So I was looking up some different places. If you type in Black Friday deals, 2019 Black Friday, any variation, you get some of the top sellers: Amazon, Best Buy, Walmart.
Yeah. But see, they started doing, like, it's not even on Friday anymore. It starts on Thursday.
And they continue it for the holiday season.
But this is where, okay, fine. If you're a consumer, stuff makes you happy and you want to buy stuff, fine. I understand. You want to go Black Friday, you have a good time. But why can't it just be on Friday now? People are eating lunch on Thanksgiving and then going out the door and going shopping. So you used to talk about traditions earlier.
Yeah.
Our tradition for Thanksgivings, we'd always go to my grandparents' house. Or my grandmother. That grandfather was deceased. We'd spend time at both grandparents, but me and my cousins would go outside afterwards. We'd play football in the yard. Always watch the Cowboys and the Redskins. Is it Cowboys and Redskins that play every year?
No, sure.
Yeah, and it's the Lions and somebody else would play. Detroit play somebody every year.
Now, my family watched the sports. I didn't.
Yeah. Oh, we did. Of course, I played football all the way up into, like a little college and then semi-pro and all that. So we'd always watch the football games. We'd play backyard football a lot. Eat an enormous amount of food. But now people are just, they're like, I'm going to eat their food and then run off to the store to buy stuff that you don't need. I'm not a fan of Black Friday. Now, me and Heather talked about doing it this year, but not like you think. So we do a lot of, we buy stuff and resell it. I ain't going to go into details, but we like to go to a lot of thrift stores to find good deals to make money. So Goodwill's doing like a half off Black Friday thing. But it's like not till like noon on Friday.
Now, here's something pretty cool I've looked up. 20 different gifts that sparked off just insane Black Friday madness. So this is pretty cool. Anything from Nintendos to Hatchimals. So the very first one for the holiday hysteria was in 1983 with the Cabbage Patch Dolls.
Yeah.
That went nuts in 1983. That was the very first true Black Friday craze.
And see, it's funny, like, it's who's gonna have the most influence with the media. Because that's who's gonna be the big toy. The media just tells everybody what to buy their kids.
Now, this was in the 80s, so it was really kicking off the whole animatronic and anything electronic, period, anything.
Oh, yeah.
1985 to 86 was the Teddy Ruxpin.
Oh, wow, Teddy Ruxpin.
I had a Teddy Ruxpin. I didn't have any of the Teddy Ruxpin tapes, but I used to put in like heavy metal and different types of music, and I would have Teddy Ruxpin rock out.
So I had something similar to that, but it was Big Bird that had the tapes you put in.
I remember the Big Bird.
And my mom would I remember she put in a Boston cassette, and it had More Than a Feeling. And it was Big Bird singing that.
Rocking out.
It was rocking out, man.
In 88, it was the Nintendo.
Oh, yeah.
The original Nintendo system. I loved that. That was my favorite.
Oh, yeah. It was so good.
I'm not sure if it
Heather,
was
her brother still got one.
In 93 to 94, it was Power Rangers.
Oh, yeah. Dude, I was so hooked on the Power Rangers. Dude, for anybody out here listening that watched Power Rangers, the season when they left the cliffhanger, when their little hub exploded with Alpha in it, and Zordon. That was the best. That was the worst cliffhanger of my life. That was worse than Who Shot JR.
Geek moment.
Yeah, man.
Okay, so here's the biggest one that I first remember. In 1996, Tickle Me Elmo.
I do that. That one was like
that's
next level, though.
People fighting. I mean, ladies, high society people were in there beating each other for those things.
You know what's really ironic about that? What you said 1996, right?
96.
So the same year, a movie came out called Jingle All the Way with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I remember that.
That's like the same thing.
That was
like that. It's like that movie inspired the fights.
Turbo Man.
Turbo Man.
Yeah.
I am Turbo Man.
Turbo Man.
Jamie.
Yeah.
It's okay, Jamie.
In 1998, Furby. The evil little creature that they learned how to make talk to each other.
I'm hungry.
And here's where we tried to bring kids back outside. In 2000, it was the Razor scooter.
Yeah, I remember those.
Never had one, but I remember them.
I remember them having them, yeah.
We figured out we couldn't send the kids back outside, so we started making iPods.
Oh, iPod. The original
2004
iPods.
iPod, yeah. Though iPod was introduced in 2001, it became very popular.
I remember
Black
first time I
Friday.
saw one, I was on the bus to a football game.
Did the wheels on the bus go round and round?
They did. But see, back then, man, I always carried my Walkman CD player with me. You know what I mean? You remember those?
Mm-hmm.
With the headphones, you had the 2 AA batteries.
If you had the cassette attachment, you could use that same Walkman CD player for the car.
Yeah, you could.
Had that little wire kicking out.
I did too. I had my Pimp Trepid, my Dodge Intrepid. We called it the Pimp Trepid. And I had a cassette where I used the little compact disc player. You had any bump, man, that thing would skip and it'd like stick for a little while. But anyways, man, and I sat next to Austin on the bus, one of our fellow football players, and I looked over and he had a freaking iPod. And I'm like, what is that? He's like, man, it's the coolest thing ever invented. He's like, I can hold 4,000 songs on this thing. I'm like, how? And he's like, dude, I don't know, but it holds like 4,000 songs.
Yeah.
And like, I've got like 500 on it now, and I don't know if I'll ever fill this up, man. It's got more memory than your brain does. And I'm like, whoa, dude, this is like, can't get any better than this.
You're right. So I've been scrolling through, kind of looking ahead at the future.
While I'm rambling on.
All video game systems. We had the iPod. In 2005, kicked off Microsoft Xbox 360. Then in 2006, it was PlayStation 3 and Nintendo Wii. I had a Wii.
I have a Wii still, and still have a PS3. I'm still stuck in 2006.
In 2007, it was Nintendo DS and iPod Touch.
See, I bought Heather an iPod Touch that year. She still has it too. She was like, she really wanted one, right? So me and Heather, you'll understand, we both grew up really poor. Like we never had money, and like I was working real hard, and I bought her an iPod Touch for Christmas when they first come out.
Now here's one I just now learned. My son, we bought them for him, and I just thought they were some weird little toy that he liked. And apparently it's part of a video game and Apple products. Zuzu Pets. These little hamster-looking things on wheels. You'd pull them back and they just go running around, and there was a bunch of them. That's what they look like. Little Zuzu Pets, if you guys can look it up.
Weird.
Yeah.
That's like going back in time.
Stupid. I hated those things. They'd be all over the house. I think I had rodent problems. It was just the toys. 2011 was the Kindle.
Yeah, I remember the Kindle was real big. Everybody wanted one.
2013 kicked off the iPad. Anything Frozen in 2014. 2016 was Hatchimals.
Hatchimals.
Self-hatching Hatchimals. Electronic pets were so hot in 2016 that most stores' shelves were bare before Black Friday started.
Wow. So iPad.
Never heard of them.
Heather and I still have an iPad 4 that we bought like in 2014 or 15.
I've got an iPad like second generation.
Yeah, mine's the fourth. And the second generation is really old, but got ours in like 2015. And I swear, like she only has to plug it up once a week still to charge it. Yeah. And like every night we go to bed, we turn on Match Game 75 and we freaking pull out the iPad and she'll play some games. We might play the casino together. It's weird, man.
Now in 2017, it was a toy called Fingerlings, which is a little unicorn pony thing that wraps around your finger. Like it's holding on for dear life on a tree little.
Wow, our kids have
kind of weird.
Dumbed down.
In 2018, it was LOL Surprise.
Oh, God.
I don't know what it is. A trinket stuffed suitcase. Wow.
See, we used to like want video game systems and ponies for Christmas. Now they want a little piece of plastic that sticks to your finger.
Yeah.
and a little case.
How did we go to that?
I'm telling you, man, it's the dumbing down of our children in society.
Because
Idiocracy is a documentary,
yes,
not a movie.
That is my philosophy.
And once Tim showed me that movie, I believe it.
Holy shnikes, let me tell you.
Holy shnikes, eh? But yeah, man, I'm more looking forward to Christmas overall. It is a great time of year.
What you got on your Christmas list?
To do or what I want?
Yes.
Well, to do.
What you want?
To do.
What'd you ask Santa for your Christmas?
My wife and I are going to go hang out with her 95-year-old grandmother and hang out with her for Thanksgiving. Then go spend the evening with my parents. Christmas. Well, I mean, our anniversary is on December 17th, right before Christmas, so I'm sure we're going to do something for our anniversary. We don't know yet. Usually
Happy Christmas-versary.
Thank you. And then Christmas, just the usual, you know. We don't do a whole lot during Christmas. We just do family stuff. I feel like that's the most important thing to do. Spend time with the family.
Nice.
Maybe do a friends thing if everybody gets together or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, we do a friends thing. Do you guys do big traditional meals?
When we do family stuff, yeah.
Like for Thanksgiving, do you do
a
big turkey?
Yeah, I usually cook the turkey
stuffings,
too. And I cook a mean turkey, man.
or dressings, depending on which part of the country you're from.
Oh, we go all out.
Dressing or stuffing?
Everything. It's stuffing.
Stuffing for you?
Yeah.
You don't call it dressing?
No, it's stuffing.
Which,
I mean...
But you do the traditional meals?
Oh, yeah. I always bake the turkey.
We don't. The last couple of years, we gave up on the traditional meal thing. And it's just me, Michelle, and Mike, and we kind of pick... Each of us picks our favorite dish.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll get in there and I'll cook everybody's favorite meal.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Michelle, she loves a sprouted ham and yams. So even throughout the year, I'll make it. But I like stuffed mushrooms or a crab rangoon. Mm-hmm. And Mikey likes usually he likes like a 7-cheese macaroni.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can't go wrong with a multi-cheese noodle.
No.
That's always pretty good.
So, I mean, that's what we have.
Yeah.
We have just whatever we're in the mood for. It's like, this is my favorite meal. This year, I want a steak.
Yeah. See, like, what we usually do, I'll do a turkey, and I always do it like, I do a brine, like a 3-day brine on it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have a glaze that I'm pouring on as it's baking. Not sweet glaze, but savory. And it makes it good and crispy on the outside. Just keeps all the juices in. Heather always makes a homemade cranberry sauce.
Nice.
We usually make everything homemade, scratch. That's our one time of year where everything is like put together. But I mean, I do that too.
Effort in there.
When I'm eating clean, which I am now, and I'm trying to right now, I meal prep my foods constantly. But it's all like I cook it for like a week and then meal prep it.
Okay.
In containers.
Yeah, I meal prep too. I buy a pizza and I put like 1 slice in this container, 2 slices in that one.
Yeah. Sounds good to me, man. For TV dinners, frozen pizzas.
So anything special coming up?
Just anniversary, man. Got our anniversary. I'm going to be trying to put together some end of the year special thing for the YouTube channel.
Okay.
Everybody does the summary of the year type of thing. I might do something like that this year. I didn't so much last year. I was going through that whole thing where I got fired and all that right at the end of the year, so I just didn't. My heart wasn't there. This year was a pretty good year, considering.
Yeah.
On YouTube.
How long have you been fully doing it now?
Since right after Chris. Beginning of YouTube?
Yeah, ever.
August 29th, 2016 was my first upload.
So you've been at it a little bit.
A little over 3 years.
Nice.
Yeah. I've been full-time almost a year. I'm a month away from being full-time YouTube a full year.
The end of October was my 2-year.
Yeah.
2 years that I've been doing YouTube.
You started right when me and you started hanging out.
Yep. I think I put out 2 or 3 little snip videos.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to figure out how to really...
Yeah.
God, it was so terrifying.
Mm-hmm. It was terrifying early on. But anyways.
Wow, we traveled off there for a minute.
We traveled off here for a minute.
That was not holiday related.
I don't think it's quite time to say like Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, all that, but we'll have at least one more come out around that time, which is pretty close to Thanksgiving, so we'll see. But
thank you guys for watching
or listening.
Are you watching us?
Which y'all keep talking about? You want to see us on here? We may start. We're exploring a couple options. Yeah.
There's a few ideas I'm working with right now about putting some eyes in here for you guys to be able to see us.
Yep, we'll figure it out. But for right now, it's going to stay audio because this is you want to listen to this while you're driving down the road or something. Let's just ramble on. But we do appreciate you guys.
Thank you guys so much.
Yes, absolutely. Y'all have a good one.
Till next time.
Peace.